Hey guys, Claudius here. I have been playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius for almost 1.5 years now. It is an amazing game, I enjoy playing this game, but nothing is perfect and FFBE cannot defy that. So here's my rant on the 5 things I dislike in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. This is a gacha game, so my very first rant is definitely gonna be its poopy pull rate for a 5-star unit. You know, there are some of you who may have spent 100 tickets and get 0 rainbows, and there are some of you who may have spent 30 tickets and get several rainbows, and to be honest with you, I have experienced both sides of the coins. So I have been playing 2 accounts, my primary account and my alternate account. And both accounts have gotten different rainbow rates. On my primary account, it's just so difficult for me to get any rainbows, whereas on my alternate account, I have been getting a lot of rainbow units, and rather easily too. You know, like thus I came to a conclusion that maybe getting a rainbow or not is not really RNG based, but probably is a fate kind of thing. You know, if you're fated, if you're playing with an account fated to get poor rainbow rate, you're gonna get shitty rainbow luck forever. Whereas if you are playing an account with a blessed rainbow rate, you're always gonna be rainbow whenever you play. Why is that so? I don't know. I mean, like, if it is RNG based, I should get an equivalent chance of getting rainbows between both of my accounts, right? But it has never been the case so far. And even though I do get a rainbow, it is most probably an off-banner rainbow, like a troll unit, troll Lita, troll lightning. You know, I've been playing a different game from Square Enix, where they give you a guaranteed 5-star unit for a 5000 jump pulse. You know, I think it'll be great if Gumi can implement that. And my second rant, it is actually the power creeps that we have been getting. So we have been getting a lot of stronger units, a lot of strong equipments, a lot of strong skills, that makes the event bosses a lot less challenging and more boring. So right now we can simply one-turn kill the boss with simple equipments and simple units like Chaining Tornado and Iroja with Shantoto, or Agrias and Orlando Chain, OP Friend. Yeah, like, I think Gumi just wants to cater to newer players, but they still need to think of us older players too. And right now, I kind of miss the trial where I need to rack my brain to clear the trials. Well, I hope they can bring those kind of trials back. And as for my third rant, I do think Gumi has been dragging out their event release date. So I remember, like, in the past, they released story event at the first week of the month. And now in February 2018, they are releasing the story event on the 3rd week of the month. And back when Chamber of Arms came out, the Sheraton trial was out in early October. And last month in January, Elnath was out on the 3rd week of January. Now in February, it is the 3rd week of February, and there is no news of Vortex trial coming up. You know, like I mentioned earlier that the game is boring, so I kinda was looking forward to story events as well as challenging trials like Vortex trials or Chamber of Arms, but Gumi just have to delay those out. I do hope that Gumi is postponing the trial, the Vortex trial, for something that is exclusive and more challenging, such as Marlboro trial. You know, like when it first came out, the whale cannot even defeat it. You know, a dolphin also cannot defeat it. Basically everybody is stumped and they have to rack their brain. It was pretty refreshing. The same with Skeleton King. You know, I just hope that there isn't gonna be any more Glacial Bird trial. You can just one-turn kill the bird with no problem. Well, RNG based anyway, it's kind of annoying. It is what it is. For my next rant, so there's this poorly designed original event So don't get me wrong here, guys. Actually, I like it and how Gumi created new units, new exclusive units for us. They created a new story for us. They tried to create something new. But I just think that the couple events, the winter event as well as the Festival of Loves event, they're just half-baked. Like, I'm not a native English speaker, and yet I can just spot a grammatical error on the story easily, and it kind of bugs me. They are a professional company. I think at the least they should have proofread the story that they're giving out. Some of them are just obvious mistake. I mean, like, if they want to postpone the trial for something exclusive such as this, I think it is better to make it better instead of half-heartedly. Yeah, and other than the language, actually the story itself is lacking depth. But it's just probably hard to create story. Yeah, I kind of stumped on the story. Festival of Love, there are 7 days. I was hoping that there are more stories than just a simple going to the mountain and coming back and then fall in love, things like that. It was too simple. I hope this can be improved in the future too, to make it more interesting, because like story is what I was looking for anyway. And I felt like they are kinda rushing the Festival of Love story. It is just too bad. Like Ang, Yen, and Chao are really great units. And so I think the 3 of them deserve a much more fitting side story. I guess it's just too bad that they don't get a good side story to accompany them. And finally, my last rant is not entirely Gumi's fault, but it is definitely something that they need to be concerned about. Like, we are losing contributors, and a game is not just made by its developers, but it is also made by their community. If nobody play the game, sooner or later the game will just be dead. And I've watched YouTube about Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and I noticed that we have people who stop playing the game, stop making videos about the game. Like a while back, if you have played long enough, more than a year, you will definitely remember Ziz. He created an entertaining video, mostly about pools, and his kind of unlucky pool has been really entertaining. And one of his greatest piece is actually about whale guaranteed treatment. A video about a video he made on April Fool, where he mentioned that he got a guaranteed rainbow for every 5k pools. It was like so hilarious that people actually took him seriously. Yeah, it was so great that even now I still found that video hilarious. It's too bad he stopped playing FFBE. It's so too bad. Gumi lost great contributors to the community who can entertain us other players. Those of us who pulled and kind of feel bad of our own luck, if we watch this video, we might feel better. A lot. And if you are a new player, you must have watched Evil Laughter 01's video. He created a really great guide on the fights against bosses. Also, like, have great insight on the unit reviews. I really like watching his video. Entertaining also. And he just decided to stop making video about Brave Exvius. I guess like about YouTube in general. Again, for whatever reason, they quit playing the game or they stop making the video, it will definitely, some way or another affect our gameplay, at least for me. It's kind of nice to watch people who create such a great content and contribute to the community. Those are the 2 notable ones. We also lose out on other contributors who made video about Final Fantasy Brave Exvius as well. It's such a bummer that the community loses out. Anyway, despite all of my ramblings, There are still things I look forward to, the story and future trials. So please Gumi, I just hope that you don't keep postponing the game. You know, like it's just kind of boring if you keep postponing the game and don't have anything in return. And yeah, I mean, like the story is out now, and next that I'm looking forward to is just the trial. Hope you can create something new, something that's refreshing. Yeah, thank you guys for listening to my rambling. I hope you still enjoy playing this game. And now I'm gonna continue playing the story here. Bye bye guys!